day 5 of the FISU 2025 Winter Games, and it is a giant slalom day for the women Alpine skiers. As always with giant slalom, it's a combined time of 2 runs. So here's the start list for the women's giant slalom. The first run, 91 racers from 35 nations. Top 15 are drawn randomly, and then from 16 all the way through to 91 we go on their FISU giant slalom points. Well, there's the next generation of Alpine racers, the Baden-Ecke Ski Club. Chloé Merlot of France, another who races on the Europa Cup, made her debut back in December. Most of her success has come in slalom. Whoa, that's a recovery, but I got a horrible feeling that that is speed taken off in getting back into the pattern of gates. And whether or not it manifests itself further down, we'll have to wait and see. But it was just as the course starts to flatten out that mistake came, and it's going to be hard for her, you would think, to try and get that back. But 0.34 the right side of the clock at the top. Has she got the right side of the clock at the bottom? She has. So despite that big mistake, really good skiing from Merlot, who sets the new best time of 1:04.82. Almost goes down on the inside. Great recovery. Hanna Ziba of Poland. And Ziba in touch with Merlot. It's 0.17. The wrong side of the clock. Now Merlot did have an error down on this bottom part, but let's see if Ziba can find time. 1:04.82. Oh, she's missed it by 700s, but very much in touch is Hanna Ziba. Margherita Cecere of Italy is off. Her last win in a FIS race was a slalom race here last March. Made her Europa Cup debut last month and has one finish from 4 races there. So the first split time coming up, and 29.29 that of Merlot, our leader. And Cecere, oh yes, look at that, 0.41 the right side of the clock. Good skiing on those opening turns. Now can she find the line and the rhythm on these lower turns and create the speed with the arc of the turning ski? And this is looking pretty good so far. The time to beat 1:04.89, so still a couple of gates to negotiate. But nothing wrong with these so far. This is excellent from Cecere, but has she done enough to take the lead? You bet she has. That's a super ski. That's the cleanest run we've seen. Well, I'll say that, there's an error, but really nice skiing from Cecere. Marjolaine Ollier of France was 5th in the Super G. And Ollier going very nicely. Where can she fit into proceedings on this first? Oh, she's late in the line. She's late in the line, and that's an error that's going to cost her a few tenths of a second. 0.52 though, not bad considering how wide she was on those last 3 gates. So here's the favourite, Delphine Dabelet of Switzerland. I had that big error 6 gates into the Super G, but here on the shorter skis looking very much at home. 28.88, but she's not quicker than Cecere on those top sections. So the question is, can she find 0.39 on the bottom? Dabelet of Switzerland Nice carved turns, but are they quick enough? Double eight inside of the finish wall, just gets bounced a little bit, but still tucks for the line. 103.88. She's outside it by 0.58 of a second. Double eight slides into third. Number 10 is Louison Acambray, a racer high on confidence. Bronze in the Alpine combined, a gold in the Super G. Looking really solid and strong on those skis, but has she done enough to get herself into contention here? 103.88, she's outside, goes second, 0.27. Good skiing from Acambray. And she is in contention for a charge in the second run. Sophie Nyberg, a two-time medalist here in Bardonecchia, in both Alpine combined and Super G. What can she do in her third race? Never better than 20th, though, in her 5 Europa Cup starts this season. How close can she get on this first run? Nice work from Nyberg on these closing turns. And she tucks for the line, 103.88, 0.51, third place. So the medalists from the first two races are gathering. Amy Charbonnier of France, the next to go. She's the second-ranked slalom racer here. Acambray and Nyberg, fellow medalists from the first two disciplines here in Bardonecchia, second and third. And Charbonnier is going to have to do something special to get close to those two. Oh, there's another mistake. Just too many. And Charbonnier sixth. She's still within a second. But you can see there she's not impressed. So 5:14, Sue Pilet of Switzerland. 4 FISU GS wins so far this season. So let's see how she goes here. And here comes the time split of 28.88. And she's inside by 1/4 of a second. The Swiss athlete, who's been showing really good form this season in giant slalom, is leading at the break. But can she continue this form to the bottom? We've seen a number of athletes just run wide on a couple of gates. You've got to be precise all the way to the end. The concentration's got to remain, because whilst it might look flat, the pattern of gates can bite you, that is for sure. You don't want to get too straight on a turn. But this looks really good, and 103.88 is under severe pressure. Yeah, 0.42 the right side of the clock. Little fist bump from the Swiss racer. That's a really good run. Yeah, we've seen a couple just run a little wide on that right-footed turn. No such drama for Pilet. And Nina Zurbriggen, and as the surname might suggest, she was born in Switzerland, but now races for Bulgaria, courtesy of her mum. Point but 2.41 off the pace, 11th quickest for Zurbriggen. Linda Trevalova of Czechia, next out of the start hut. Results evenly split between slalom and giant slalom, although she hasn't finished her last 3 races in 2025 coming into this into university games. She was 4th, wasn't she, in the Alpine combined, then skied out. 4th in the Super G leg of the Alpine combined, then skied out in the Super G. A huge disappointment for her. And Trebolova going along nicely on these turns, but how close can she get? Can she muscle her way into the top 15? Oh, late, and emergency turns completed, but that will add to her time, but not bad. 10th, 1.52 off the pace. Bib number 17, it's Anastasia Shepelenko. Shepelenko, the oldest racer in the field. Her second Winter Games, 9th in the giant slalom 2 years ago. So let's just see how she goes on these opening turns. 1.37 off the pace. Just gets pushed out or bumped out of her racing form. 1:03.46. She is 11th, 1.81 off the pace. And there we go. We are done and dusted for the first run of this women's Super G. Sue Pile of Switzerland, the fastest of the lot. 1:03.46 to Chere and Acombre in close attendance, with the only three within a second. Remember, the top 30 go in reverse order. Anastasia Shepelenko of Ukraine was 12th after run 1. Needs to remain on point on this bottom half, the last quarter of the Giant Slalom Challenge. And the snow coming off the back of the skis is really being kept minimal. 2:10.08. Oh yes, look at that. I said the snow off the back of the skis was being kept to a minimum, from 0.11 down to 0.67 up. That's a huge gain. She's gained over 3/4 of a second. Linda Trebolova of Czechia comes to work on these top turns. Now her advantage at the top, 0.29, and she's extended it to 0.36. So if she could put her bottom half together like Shepelenko did, then she would be a second quicker than the rest of the field. What a performance that would be. But Trebolova, first of all, has got to keep those skis nice and calm. The least amount of snow that comes off the back, the better. Just perhaps a little long in the rounder in the line. And Shepelenko, yeah, goes 5th. Loses loads of time in that bottom section. Mathilde Phillips of Switzerland, the next to go. Oh no, she's down. Huge disappointment for her. Anna Ziba of Poland, 0.38, the right side of the clock after the first run. Long on that right ski over that roller with the blind gate on the other side of it. Now, where is she on the clock at the split? Oh, look at that. She's found time. She's gone from 0.38 to 0.74, the right side of the clock. Really good skiing from her here. All looks good for Ziba. She's done enough to lead here in Bardenecchia. Ziba 2:09.41. Do we have ourselves a new leader? She's missed it. Oh, there's a couple of races that lost nearly a second on the bottom half of the run. I just wonder, the wind looks pretty strong out there now. That might just be accounting for some of these time gaps, because there's nothing obviously wrong in these turns. Emi Charbonnier, 7th quickest after the first run. The gold medalist from the Alpine combined and bronze from the Super G. And not looking quite as comfortable on the shorter skis as she was on the longer skis, 1:33.95. Well, that's the quickest time. So it might look a little ragged, but it's very, very effective. But the question is 0.88 enough in the bank before she takes on this open second section, which is blustery? The timing split actually comes just before the trees stop on the left-hand side. So the wind is able to get into the track more easily than at the top where the trees shelter, and that is long on the right ski, but it's enough to take the lead. Yeah, great skiing. 0.88 up to 1.44. She puts together a blinding second run. What a charge that was. Delphine Darbelay of Switzerland. She's a second behind the leader, but more importantly, she has 2/10 on Charbonnier. Over half a second for Darbelay on Charbonnier in the opening half of this turn. And the Swiss athlete who disappointed in the Super G 2 days ago when she skied out, and possibly a little disappointed with her opening run being a second off the pace, has got the bit between her teeth now and absolutely foot to the floor, trying to find as much pace as possible. The World Cup racer looking to take the lead away from Charbonnier, and here comes Darbelay now. This looks excellent. It is excellent. 0.79 the right side of the clock. She's delivered on the second run here, has Darbelay. Will it be enough? That's a great recovery. And it's time for the cowbells to ring again. Bib number 5, Marjolaine Ollier, 5th after the first run. Drops 0.77 behind. So what's that, 0.84 in those opening turns. Darbelay has flown down the second run here. I think the damage for Darbelay might have been done that first one, giving away a second to the likes of Pilet. 2:07.18 goes third, 1.43 off the pace for Ollier. Sophie Nyberg, 700ths quicker than Darbelay from the first run. 2-time silver medalist already at these Winter Games, Alpine combined and Super G. Nyberg battling her way down. She's had 5 Europa Cup starts in Giant Slalom this season, and at the split she's behind by 0.35. Gettable on these bottom turns. The wind has dropped slightly, so if she can find the line, she could be on. I know it looks like it's windy, but looking at the commentary box, the banners on the side of the course aren't moving at all, where they've been really sort of standing proud earlier on. But has she done enough? 2:08.61, Nyberg tucks for the line. No, she has not. She's a long way off the pace. 2:07.18, and she is 1.16 off the pace. Third place for the time being for Nyberg. Louison Acambray, gold medalist in the Super G. Here she comes now, and Darbelay, well, now only has 300th of a second in the bank. She's lost nearly all of that 3100ths advantage, so she's got to really put the bit between her teeth now. Precise, accurate skiing from Acambray, who's looking for a third medal here. But can she? Well, she'll guarantee herself a medal if she takes the lead. If she doesn't, it'll be Darbelay who's guaranteed a medal. 2:07.18. Here she comes. She's missed it. She's second, 0.52. Nyberg off the podium. Charbonnier down into third, and 2 remained at the top of the hill. Yeah, that was the turn at the top where she spent a long time on the right ski sliding rather than carving. Margherita Cecere of Italy. Now she had 0.58 of a second on the clock over Dabele from the first run. Cecere 1:32.32 the split. Where is she on the clock? The answer is 0.61. She's extended her advantage by 300ths, and the Italians down in the finish area respond to what they see on the big screen. Cecere to give the hosts the lead here and send the crowd at the bottom into raptures. Can she continue to find the right line? Nice and soft over those bumps with the legs. We are looking at 2:07.18. She's got to beat that to take the lead away. That was close. She tucks for the line. Has she done it? She's missed it. She's gone second. 0.43 off the pace. Well, she'll get a medal, but she lost over a second in the bottom half of the challenge. So the quickest racer after the first run, Sue Pile of Switzerland, the next to go. She has a full second in the bank. She's got to just settle herself down, Pile. 1:32.32, and Pile has lost 0.13 of a second. Well, we just saw Cecere lose more than a second from that spot to the end, so this isn't done by any stretch of the imagination. Pile's got to really drive this to take it away from her compatriot Dabele. Switzerland 1, Italy 2, France 3 currently, but can Pile muscle her way onto the podium? The time that she's got to better is 2:07.18. So here we go then, the final 7 seconds of the challenge. Has she done enough to take it away from Dabele? 2:07.18, you bet she has. Great skiing from Sue Pile, who is on the top step of the podium. It's a 1-2 for Switzerland, and Cecere is on the podium for the host Italy. Really good skiing from Pile. She had a second in the bank at the top. It dropped to 0.87, then into 0.6 at the bottom. But the foundation of that gold medal all done in run one with the quickest time. So great finish to this women's giant slalom. Sue Pile takes the gold medal from her compatriot Delphine Dabele, with Margherita Cecere of Italy in third. And Switzerland win this women's giant slalom for the first time, can you believe it, since 1991. Fantastic skiing from Sue Pile, who is the women's giant slalom champion here in Bardonecchia.